what's it called? This map, Shakur's Plateau. Since they are spawning not in cross positions with a Terran versus E, but a far away distance.
Right, yeah, they are currently cross position. I believe that's
not cross,
how you
but
use
far
it.
away.
Like,
I say cross is like, close position, but I really don't mean it. I mean, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I thought it was like cross positions was diagonal, close positions was like left or right.
Close. So. Yeah, that's what I meant was close then. So it looks like we're going to have them spawning there. What do you have to say about this, though, since they're not spawning close to each other?
We're going to have to see Rek do some very good play, because this is going to be Zerg favored since it is a longer rush distance. He's going to...
Meaning that, like, he can...
We see the wall. He's working on a wall. Yeah, go ahead.
He can, like, macro better because he has more of the map instead of being so close to his opponent.
Yeah, I guarantee you this will be a macro game, and we will see Zerg probably take several expansions along the left, or he might take this expansion between the two rocks here. We'll see. I know it'll definitely be a macro game. We're going to see Zerg fast expand for sure. And then I don't know what our Terran player is going to do. Probably go for the fast expand. I know I would, but I'm not a Masters level player. So we'll see. We'll see. It's going to be an interesting match.
Probably like a 2-Rax fast expo or something like that.
Perhaps. Yeah, definitely. Yep. Good timing on the orbital.
Right away. I usually get it right when I first make that marine. I start making the orbital. It looks like we're going to have that SCV is going to be poking up in here to see what's going on. Going to see that there is a spawning pool, and he sees that there is more drones being created as well as a queen. And queens are great because they don't cost any larvae.
Early Zergling speed. I don't know if we normally see it that early.
Probably. Maybe just thinking to himself that he wants to. It's always good, like Steven says, Destiny. He says basically, "Ooh, there's the bunker." So maybe it will be a 2-Rax. Oh no, there's a factory here. So maybe he's just faking his opponent out to be like, "Oh, there's the bunker." He did cancel the bunker before it could get destroyed. Looks like that hatchery's going on. Probably just to delay that hatchery, that expo going down from Hydra. But I'm thinking that Hydra's doing this like what Stephen Bennell says. Zerglings with speed are basically like are your friends. Zerglings with speed are your friends. Zerglings without speed, you don't feel safe with. You know what I mean?
Right.
The speed just make them so much better. You can like surround opponents a lot faster and whatnot, and basically just attack faster and everything. So it looks like there's going to be some 4 Marines.
Any Zerg player out there who knows kind of what Hydra's doing, he got that early extractor and had 3 guys on gas, got exactly 100 gas, and then pulled them off as soon as he was able to research Zergling speed. And so right now he's just going to drone up. He put everything back on minerals so he could get some Zerglings out and just keep making drones. And so that's very standard for Zerg, especially on cross positions when you want to get fast Zerglings with speed out. But we're going to see the 1-1-1 build from Rek. And it looks like he's going to get some siege tanks. He's getting siege tanks out with siege tech. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes for a little bit of the map control in the middle between the 2 Selnaga towers, denying that Zerg any chance to rush across the base.
Now, if I recall correctly, I used to do a lot of this. It was a 1 base, Marine, Medivac, 1 Medivac, and 2 siege tanks push on the Zerg. And it's very, very effective because the Zerg likes to go for the early expo, and at that point they should have only some Zerglings and maybe 2 Banelings. If that tank could take away those 2 Banelings, it basically is very, very hard for the Zerg to come back after those 2 Banelings are done, and you pop those Zerglings with your Marines. Now, we might see a drop go down, because I heard a Medivac be lifting up units. I'm not sure if that was right, because I'm watching what like David Hill is looking at right now.
Yeah, I'm checking out the Roach Warren. Yeah, I'm surprised we don't see a Baneling nest in Hydra's base yet.
I never usually go roaches against... Zerg never usually goes roaches against Terran unless they're afraid that a 2-Rax is coming and they 1-base it.
Yeah, yeah. But meanwhile, Zerg doing a very good job of droning up. I mean, his natural is almost completely fully saturated.
See the income tab. You can see 37 to 28, but also you have to remember that Terran has those mules.
Right. 2 more racks going down in Rex base, as well as a command center. So it looks like he is going to be going for the Expo.
Okay.
Thank you. I'll give you napkins, buddy.
What do you want me to do, Dad?
Just come down. Come downstairs and turn on the Apple TV so we can watch TV.
Okay.
Oh, we do see a little bit of a siege tank drop in the base of Hydra right now. Very cool.
Oh, okay.
Not gonna get that queen. Very cool little drop technique there. Drop the siege tank first. Let the siege tank do its damage. Then dropping the Marines to try to finish that queen off. It's only got 20 health. Now he's going to drop around the mineral line. That queen does get taken out, and he's going to put the Marines back up in the medevac. Probably move over to the natural, do a little bit of scouting. Because right now Zerg has no anti-air. So he's going to need to get another queen out. We do see Stim halfway done, as well as an armory on the way. Probably for maybe that +1 upgrade, but most likely to get Thors. I'm sure our Terran player is going to be expecting some Mutalisk play here very soon. Meanwhile, Zerg getting his gases up. So yeah, I believe we're going to see a Spire. Yeah, we do see a Spire on the way. Matt, you still there, buddy? So Matt still is on Skype with me, but I believe he might have had to step out for a second. Right now, up in the Terran base, we see that doing a very good job getting his natural saturated. Got one starport up, no core on it or anything. That's a little surprising. Also not macroing, getting close to being supply blocked. Zerg going to throw down an expansion here. And we see Roach Speed on the way, very nice. Baneling Nest as well. So yeah, this is going to be pretty much a typical ZVT. Terran player, yeah, getting very low on gas. So he's going to get these refineries up. I'll tell you, as a Terran player myself, that mid-game plan is kind of hard to stick with, because you have your basic build and then you have to transition. And like throwing down these refineries on your Expo is sometimes hard to remember. Sometimes it's the very first thing you do, sometimes it's not. And so that might cost Terran for getting those gas-heavy units. We do see the 1-1 upgrades coming out now for the vehicles. So tanks are going to have +1, as well as our Marines. We see another, yeah, the Expo coming up with 7 Mutalisks on the way. Very cool, very cool. Ooh, very good timing by Rek with the missile turret and the mineral line. Let's see if he has one up. Yes, he is putting one up in his main. And both of those +1 upgrades coming out now. Yeah, what you missed, Mutalisk just came out for our Zerg player, as well as that Expo up there, as you see. And some the +1 attack upgrade for our Marines, for our infantry, and for the vehicle on the way for Terran. But we see that Zerg is almost
an attack is coming from the Terran right now.
Incoming.
So we're gonna have some Marines and some tanks and some medivacs. Very common when you go ZVT, because the Marines basically can counter the Zerglings and anything else, and the tanks can counter any armored units. Looks like he's going to be taking out those overlords, probably supply capping the
very
the Zerg
close
player.
to, very close to. But he had some overlords on the way, so no supply cap there. But this overlord right here,
might be taken out. Ooh, the tanks are going to just go right to work at those Zerglings. No Banelings yet.
He does have a Baneling Nest out, but you're right. The fact that there's no Banelings out in play yet is a little surprising. I would like to see a scan from our Terran player to get rid of those creep tumors. There we go. Wow.
Probably was in your mind.
Yeah, we see some roaches
the
here.
roaches are there. He's going to have to back up. Be careful of those.
Yeah.
And I'd be careful as Rek as well to make sure that those tanks don't get taken out by those Mutalisks.
So I like what Hydra's doing here. He's parking his roaches and his roaches and Mutalisks up there to deny the Terran to run up into his Expo that he just created. Oh yeah, meanwhile it looks like Rek is
reinforcement though. Perfect. There's the GG from Hydra.
Wow.
Wow. I like that reinforcement directed from those Marines and tanks.
It was good. It was good. I think he was actually going to try to march that little reinforcing army up into the expansion of the Zerg, but he saw that his main army was in a little bit of trouble. So he...
I like that. That was good there. Now, if I... Ooh. Not good.
What happened?
I'm going to be watching what Racker's doing. There was a little lag there from MYQ, probably forcing the players off a little bit. Let's watch it from Racker's perspective. See how he casts the game in vision-wise, and we can just cast it audio-wise.
Right. All right. I'm gonna give it over to you real quick. I have to take a quick break.
Sure.
Be right back.
Go for it. So, right now, I know Rek is our King of the Hill player. He is the King of the Hill as we're speaking. I'm thinking that Rek might go for a little Banshee harass or something like that. I mean, it'd be very effective, especially on this map. Close air positions, very close air positions. Long rush distance unless you break away these rocks. But on the close air distances, you see maybe the Protoss go for Void Rays. But if you go for Banshees, then you're kind of screwed if the Protoss goes for Void Rays. Ooh. Rek is moving his SCV out right now, maybe to scout, or maybe just to, looks like he is going to scout. It looks like that probe there is going to be going into his base and seeing that the barracks is basically almost done. He is doing kind of a standard kind of build. Looks like gateway is going down, gas is going down. Oh my gosh, look at these control groups. It's just
Okay.
like...
And I'm back. All right. So I don't know what all you said yet, but have you done the introduction for
no,
Gamers of This? All right,
No,
yeah. So for everybody joining us on the stream right now, I have Matt, aka Them, with me right now, co-casting. You are watching the Team EVO King of the Hill right now, and they're big shout out to those guys, man. They're all awesome players. Love watching them play. They are currently sponsored by GamersAbyss.net, so go check them out over on GamersAbyss.net. And right now we're seeing Rek, the Red Terran, and current King up against NYQ Gemini, the Teal Protoss. I've had some dealings with Clan NYQ in the past. They're all very good players. One guy, NYQ Blade, he's a Terran player. He doesn't use hotkeys, but he's like rank 5 Masters in his league. He's a very good player. And for not using hotkeys, it's ridiculous. So yeah, right
So
now...
it looks like we're probably not going to see a Banshee rush because the Marauder is there. And another Marauder is there. It looks like they're going to take away this gas, though, pretty soon.
Yeah, that little the little build right now that Rek is doing is pretty typical in TVP nowadays. What you do is you get a barracks and you get a Marine out and you get gas as soon as you can so that you can throw down your tech lab, research concussive shell, and get another Marauder while you're getting concussive shell. And by the time you get to the front of the other player, the Protoss's base, concussive shell should be out, and it's a very good early timing push that you can use versus Protoss.
Stargate from Protoss. NYQ is throwing down his Stargate. Probably some Void Rays. And he's got gateways, so he's going 2 gate Stargate, 2 gateway, and Stargate. So, with Warp Gate on the way, it looks like there's going to be a little push from Rek with those 2 Marauders and Marines and an SUV and another Marauder. Maybe just to probably just see, I almost call it a scouting push because he's probably just going to go up there and see what his opponent has while he has this concussive shell. Looks like there's going to be a sentry there, probably to force field and split up the units. But that Stargate is getting the Void Ray, is chrono boosting that Void Ray as we're speaking, not chrono boosting, excuse me, getting that Void Ray right now. It looks like those Marauders are going to take out that Zealot. Oh man, with the concussive shells, they're so great. Now he is chrono boosting that Void Ray out, trying to get that Void Ray out before it's too late, because there's only 1 Marine here to deal with that. Probes being pulled off the line. That Void Ray is here. Once he focus fires, he should really be focus firing that Marine down, because that Marine, now that the Marine is down, looks like these Void Rays can go to work on these Marauders. But NYQ did lose a lot there.